Golf is a game that is enjoyed by everyone worldwide. Whether you are a professional or just a hacker that goes out on the weekends, these are some tips that can help you improve your game. And so these will be the 5 key steps to the golf swing. The first being the grip. The grip is arguably the most important as it controls the club head. And if the club head is open like so, the ball will go naturally left, and if it is closed, it'll go right. So this helps stabilize the club head, controlling where the ball goes. So when you first take your grip, you want to lay the club flat on the ground, and you want to make sure that you're gripping the club in the fingertips. When you grip the club, for me in particular, I like it between my second and third knuckles in my fingers. So you just want to close that top hand over. In your bottom hand, it's actually a little different because you want your pinky finger, you want the grip to be close to your palm while your index finger will be out towards the tip of your finger. Lastly, as you close over your hand, you want to make sure you interlock your back pinkies. And this will maintain the most consistent grip throughout the whole golf swing. The second key part is the stance. The stance of a golf swing gives you a stable base, and that is key when trying to make a rotating movement and unwinding. So firstly, you want to have your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little wider if you prefer. You want to have the ball positioned about the middle of your stance. So after you take your grip, you want to have a slight bend in your knees, and your curvature in your back should not be straight, and it should not be too bent over. The third thing is the backswing. The backswing of a golf swing is where you get most of your power from, as if you bring the club back further, you'll get more power than if you bring the club back just to here. So the key components of the backswing are, after you take your grip and stance, you want to take the club back, and you want the club, this leading edge, to be pointing straight down at the ground. And this will stay consistent with your backswing and your downswing, as you want the leading edge pointing down at each spot. This causes your hands to naturally release and the club to lag through. Another component of the backswing is you want to keep your front arm as straight as possible. So as you're coming back, you want to keep this straight arm as long as you can, and that is to promote a consistent swing. Another thing you want to do in the downswing, or in the backswing, is load your back hip. Loading this back hip puts all the power in your back hip, and when you release the club on your downswing, you want to transfer your weight and finish on your on the tip of your toe on your back foot. So now to the downswing. After you are all cocked back, got all your power, you want to release these hips, and then you want to make sure that your club has a slight shaft lean to it. And this causes the club to lag through. That is the term in golf for when the club head is behind your hands. And that causes the club to naturally whip through, giving you more power, and therefore being able to hit the ball further, which is what everyone wants. All right, and then another consistent key on the downswing is once you finish, to make sure you finish on the tip of your toe. And this could be a part of the follow through as well, and that is actually the last main component. So after you finish your swing, you want to make sure that you're bringing your hands back to be about above your shoulders and about parallel with them. The reason for this is, if you take one swing and you finish about here, and you take another swing and finish here, odds are those two swings are not nearly the same. So trying to maintain a consistent follow through can lead to a more consistent ball flight. So in review, you want to first take a good solid grip, make sure the club isn't rolling around in your hands so you have control over it. You want to take a good solid stance, you want to keep it down, you want to take your backswing, keeping the club at a 90-degree angle, arms straight, loading your back hip, and then on the downswing, release your hip, make sure you got some lag, And then on your follow through, finish up and over the shoulders. So those are 5 main key components of the golf swing that I hope improve your game. Thank you. This is really awkward. You're making this really weird mouth.
This is awkward. That's okay. And here's me.